Welcome to the WGL August Open Qualifier. I kind of have to do that again. We're in the Final 4, Semifinal, Best of 5. And what is Semifinal for an Open Qualifier? This is Yumiko versus Moon. As I said right like 2 minutes ago before I fucked up this recording, a classic for me. Moon, #1 Warcraft player of all time. Yumiko not in the ranks of a Sky or a TH or Infi, but do you remember the first GCS, Remo? The very, very first one in 2015. Might have been the second one. Might have been the second one. There was an opening match between Yumiko and Moon. That was the very first game of the tournament.
Wait, was it the stalemate here on Echo Isles?
Hells yeah, this is exactly what I'm going to. It was on this very map. It was these two players, and it was the World Championships. And they fought to a draw. And I really hope this is gonna happen again, man. These players are so cool to watch. They're kind of unique in their styles. And yeah, we have a nice little human versus night elf to start the day. And yeah, for me, I really hope Yumiko can live up to the standards of Moon, because this guy was in the grand final of the WGL.
Yeah. Back-to-back WGL grand final. Despite nerfs, didn't matter to Moon, making it through again to the grand final, where of course he lost to Happy. And Moon is always a pleasure to watch. We all love Moon. He is the jack of all trades. Not only does he have exceptional game understanding and execution, but he's also an innovator. He is the #1 source of inspiration for all the Night Elves out there. And you never know what he's gonna play, and whatever he does play, he plays really well. So yeah, Moon is just a treat, and such a treat to watch as an observer, and such a treasure to have in the community. And why I'm saying this so much is because, again, what is happening in his base? It's a neutral hero build order, and I love that.
I love that too. I can see a Dark Ranger, which kind of has some history against Yumiko as well. Could also be a Beastmaster, which of course has history with Moon. So we'll see what kind of what kind of hero he chooses. Panda first. Okay. History down the drain. I was kind of pointing towards a Night Elf versus Human that Yumiko played in a WCA qualifier against TH, where the race switching scandal kind of began, and he was killed by a Dark Ranger. But no, Panda first. An anti-expansion build, right?
Is it particularly designed against that? Perhaps it is. I don't really have a clear idea of what his purpose is. He is a hero that is very strong in the late game with levels. His AoE damage is outstanding, but weak always in the early stages.
It is a weird opening by Moon. Building the Engine of War at the Mercenary Camp, not creeping it though. Going all the way back to the green spot in the north, just getting the Shadow Priest for the spell and healing. Yumiko on the other side, instant aggression after the green spot. This is level 2 for him with the creeping at the same time. So level advantage for the Chinese. The Moon, by the way, the only Korean in this top 4 in the open. Moon has the Shadow Priest, and this is pretty much what this Engine of War accomplished. Not the greatest start for the Living Legend.
Yeah, Moon adjusted here to the early game. Very unusual AM level 1 aggression, which you don't really see. He scoured that with the Wisp and was like, okay, this is too hot. I can't go for the Merc camp. So he falls back, takes the small camp at least. And with a bit of experience from Water Elementals, he will be reaching level 2 if he gets one more. So both players basically slowing down their progress. And that usually, I guess, should favor the AM. Oh, Moon did actually start the Merc camp, but the creeps return. Ancient of War might be safe, but hold up.
You wanted the
More Murlocs getting woken up, and this Ancient of War could fall now. In the meantime, we have 5 footies in the main. This is really tough to deal with now for Moon on 2 sides.
Super stressful. Has to do a lot of multitasking. A Moon will fall, so Moon is supply stuck at 30 at the moment. And is he losing the Ancient? Murlocs pulled again. Water Elemental, half duration is ready, trying to dispel, but no production building for Moon anymore. Can't go for Huntress, can't go for Archers, and this one is falling to another combined attack by Murloc and Archmage. This is the best opening that Yumiko could have hoped for. He's getting a surround on the Panda in the north as well. A TP, it's a disaster for Moon.
Why didn't he use his spells? He could have Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire right there, and with that maybe fight out, but he didn't even try.
He has Drunken Brawler
mana for better healing. But man, this is a very strong beginning of the game here for Yumiko.
And he's at tier 2. Blacksmith a little late, but not as late as Moon's Hunter's Hall. So the Dryads will come later. And the question, of course, is will it be Dryads only? What can the Panda really do? Especially if there's later a couple of breakers, which Yumiko should definitely go for. The thing for Yumi is, Alchemist second. Against the AoE with Heal Spray. Makes sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Absolutely. And here's the first Heal Spray. The first of many, probably. That seems like a hard counter. Moon, how are you going to deal with this? It is quite a few footmen here. 6 footies with defend and with an alchemist. They're actually deceptively strong right now. But Yumiko isn't going to commit all the way into the main. He would have loved to catch the army when it's elsewhere, cancel some lures. But lures weren't coming up yet. And the Naga is coming out. Second hero for Moon. Much more single target kill potential. Adding that in along with the Panda, now he has AoE and single target, I guess, in his army.
And of course, later double AoE with Fork Lightning. But so far, Moon is just buying time for his tier 2, I guess. Yumi, 0 experience on this Alchemist. Gets that kill. Yeah, everything is piercing damage on Moon's side and hero damage, of course. So Defend is a really good weapon at this point. Rifles are coming. Sorceress, actually.
And how important is this Ancient of War kill now? If the Ancient of War was still alive, Moon could be easily creeping 2 camps. The second hero should secure this, but the Ancient of War is gone. And now going creeping for the Night Elf is super tough. It's going to take a lot of Moon juice to recover from. So now Moon is stuck with a level 2 Panda, moving towards the mid-game. That's not what he wants.
No. No one can really creep. Yumiko keeps this low XP. But Moon is stalling time for... Is he teching even? No, it's most likely Dryads only.
Classic Moon. There's one Sorceress out. Can't quite reach for the slow. Oh, maybe she can. There's a staff though on the Naga. Can save at least one target. Archer gonna be left behind. Oh, Shadow Melt. Only for a few seconds though. Alright, first blood. It's gonna be the Archer. Oh no, it's actually the second Archer that dies, right?
Yeah, to the Murloc, this one. God. So, Dryads coming. Still no tech. 33 supply for Moon. No Militia for a potential tower rush. Or tower push, rather. And there's no rush anymore at the tier 2 stage of the game. And yeah, trying to siege this now. Is there a point in the game where Yumiko's army is becoming really bad? Or how does it scale?
Against a level 3 Panda, against the tier 3 Night Elf, yes, that would happen. But neither of that is the case. Defend footies are great against Dryads. Well, maybe not great, but they're pretty good. And they're still all full health. You can whittle them down over time with breath after breath and perhaps that way take them out. But for that, the Alchemist is here. Moon, honestly, is in a super tough spot. This contain is very dangerous.
I like that Yumiko is breaking upkeep almost instantly. He's not banking for anything, really. Not greedy to get more gold out of this. He's trying to break the game or break Moon in this game with what he has right now. There's pretty much no late game plan. No lumber mill in his base, so he can only go for arcane towers, but against the Panda, that's really good. By the way, thank you, Gotta Puke, for the prime sub.
I have to say I'm really impressed with Yumiko. Thinking back on the early game, this looks like the perfect Panda counterplay. Yeah. Early aggression, get level 2, but level 2 is enough. Go in with the footies, distract, cancel some buildings perhaps, and don't let him creep. And then, as the icing on the cake, the Ancient of War kill as well that happened was tremendously helpful. But now Yumi does go for a creep cannon. Perhaps with that a creep jack opportunity opens up. So far only peasants dying. And the Dryads have to be so careful against the rifles. As we know, they take tons of damage from those. And we have 4 rifles out already. Panda and Dryads are looking for pick-off kills, looking for reinforcements, but not really finding anything. And the camp entirely goes to Yumi, gets the big mana potion.
It's really good.
Or even more healing.
Archer as well. 5 supply lead now. Is he trying to push again? The first tower attempt failed pretty much. Attack upgrade in research for both players. We have 1-0 on the Dryads. We have 1-0 on the rifles. But yeah, what we don't have is a level 3 Panda. And level 1 Breath of Fire against an Alchemist does exactly nothing. Moon doesn't want an open fight. He wants to stall more time. Is he teching fine? No. He has an AP in the base. That costs some resources, throws him back a little. Angsheep, according to chat, takes the lead 1-0.
Fake news.
The town is under siege.
Yeah, actually, man, keeps on impressing. Perhaps we're going to be seeing him, but it's a best of 5, a long way to go. Yumiko, falling back and going for the marketplace. That almost seemed a little too passive to me. This is a super strong human army. And a single AP isn't the end of the world. We have 2-0 now on the rifles. So much damage. I think it's still only 4 rifles. No, it's 5 rifles now. With the front line of defense, Footman. This is like the nightmare army for mass glides to face.
It's also 2-0 right now. These volleys, I also like the positioning here. Moon wants to flank from the left-hand side, but the rifles are ready with long-range upgrades, so Moon is taking damage pretty much everywhere. Casters are now safe. Okay, that positioning is not the greatest, but Footman and rifle distribution is really cool. So, can he take out the Ancient Protector? Nicely protected by these trees.
Moon is doing it how he has to. He's trying to poke in from some sides, looking for free damage. Can't fully commit. Kind of like Mutalisk play, but now he's actually going fully in. That should bode well for him. No, just faking it, falling back again. But he's not finding these free kills. AP is dangerously close to falling. Rifles 2-0 can take that out pretty easily. Mass Wisp Prepare coming in, but it's too late. And that's level 3 now for the AM. Has to go for Aura, I guess. And he does.
The heal spray. How great is this heal spray? He's trying to dive with these Dryads on top of the caster, so there's no healing. But look at how fast these Dryads are falling. This is super crazy. He heals against this, kills one Dryad after the next, and they are so squishy. They don't withstand the pressure of these riflemen at all. Archmage being focused now. Fog lightning.
Oh my god.
Getting zapped, and that came as a surprise. Yumiko playing with fire, and that was too hot.
That is what Moon needed. That hero kill perhaps gets him back into the game. Looking for more straggler kills now.
He's getting the pickup kills now. This is exactly what he needed.
Oh my god, Yumi! You had this game! I mean, he could still win it. It's not over, but this hero kill hurts a lot. Gives Moon a lot of time to breathe.
And Yumi was so low on resources as well. Can't go for the altar revive. No way in hell. Has to wait for the tavern revive. Has to wait for the altar. And that gives Moon time for a bigger army, for more upgrades. And of course, consumables and creeping.
But Moon, dude, he's looking for openings time after time, and Yumiko denies almost every single one of them, but then the hero kill happens. One thing you don't pay attention to, and Moon is gonna capitalize. And now Panda's level 3.
Yeah.
Now the Naga is level 3.
And there's no breakers. These heroes would be great against... are great against this army right now. Against breakers, they would fall off. Yumiko going for a workshop now. He tried that before. Moon scouts it immediately. Forget the vitality for this panda here. Double level 3 as you mentioned. Heal scroll as well. We still have the bigger healing on the alchemist, who of course gets solo experience now. So yes, the AoE gets stronger, but also the heal gets stronger.
And there comes the heal scroll. That's gonna be a massive help also.
You know what's a
thank you very much for the €5.
I wanted to mention that as well. What you know what a nice help is? Donations! And Spartan, thank you for your $5. Take my money. Gladly doing so.
A player's forces are under attack.
140 here, scouting things out, looking for a possible expo. Not the case. Is Yumiko actually gonna expand now? No, he doesn't have the resources. He's an upkeep now, has been for a while. Once again, great Dryad split off, looking for the pickoffs here across the map. The mortar team would be the dream unit to find. But Yumiko is going to come back to the base, making sure that unit of his is going to be safe.
Gives Moon shop control. What's in there? An Invo potion. And, okay, it goes for the TP. Pretty big investment, but of course he lost that earlier on. The mortar team is safe. And wow, is that a damage increase for Yumiko's army. Needs to find a good position. to save that mortar team from these Dryads dives that we saw in the first fight already. Oh, that's hard to do with a lightning shield on him. Dispels it immediately. Mini Gumbo, thank you for the 35-month resub. Almost 3 years. Love your work and cast. Best greetings. Thank you so much for your almost 3-year support. It's crazy. Moon is expanding now.
But isn't Yumiko being too careful? Like, if he just runs across the map, perhaps Moon goes for a counterattack. Perhaps the base trade. But Yumiko has so much more damage in the base trade, especially now with the mortar teams. But even before mortar teams, that would have been the case.
Yeah, I think he's pooling up to 70 and pushes with 70. Moon is a little greedy. 50 supply, expansion, can't take an open fight.
Moon on 2 bases with masked Dryads ready for the run-by style. This is usually his forte. This is where he feels at home. Abusing his mobility, abusing the map. But now he is retreating with both of his forces, his main army in the south with the heroes and the Dryads. Not able to go for the base attack too quickly as Yumiko is now fully moving across.
No acid bomb. Makes sense against Dryads only. So it's Chemical Rage and Heal Spray. A very unique build for the Alchemist. 2-1 upgrades. 1-1. Oh, 2-1 on Moon's side as well. Not going for the 2-2 yet.
This is a scary army though. This army is supposed to be unbeatable by Dryads only, but it's Moon. So we'll see.
Needs the footman in the front, of course, to create some space. Ideally,
I'm so surprised he's not going for the counterattack. Was totally expecting this.
Got a lot of vision. Mortars are kind of protected here. And now we have that fight. 4 Dryads jumping. Oh, I mean, every single Dryad is pretty much jumping on these mortar teams. First one taken out, second one taken out, third one. Oh, he's trying to heal that, but doesn't work. Naga level 4. And all that siege damage is pretty much down. But how are the rifles doing against these Dryads now?
You should have 6 in. Oh, but there was a big Drunken Hate's Breath of Fire. Heal Scroll against it. Heal Spray to follow. Both sides losing units quickly. Moon losing more and more Dryads down to 47 supply now. 60 still for Yumiko. Breath of Fire again hitting big, but we have Heal Spray. So many Heal Sprays. This Alchemist hasn't even tapped into his big mana yet. And now Yumiko, don't run back. Don't fall back. Attack the main. This is the play now. Yumiko, with Mortar Team still alive, he still has 2. He can add so much pressure to this Night Elf main.
47 supply only. It's crazy how this fight changed once there were no mortar teams anymore. When he attacked these rifles, there's no damage from piercing against rifles, pretty much. So can he break that base? Big Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, but oh my god, 3 mortars. Yumiko just has to focus correctly, and he does. Double kill, quad kill inbound, and the Panda kind of surrounded there as well. Staff is of course on the Naga, but everything is dying.
Dryads are basically all gone. He saves 3 very well there to the left-hand side, but that means can't fight anymore. And more siege damage coming in. Even with rifles, this would be a dangerous attack towards the main, but with those mortar teams, even more so the case. This Alchemist almost level 5 now. That greater mana being so helpful.
Oh yeah, healing 3. You can't outdamage it anymore, like Heal Spray. Not if this Panda is not level 5. And there we go. Oh my god. And these are one-shots. A little lucky with the misses, but...
Yeah, a couple of misses there. Drunken Haze being very helpful. Again, Drunken Haze with a fire combo, but Heal Spray, dude. What are you going to do against the Heal Spray? Nothing.
GG!
Yep.
Whoa! Upset number 1! In match number 1, Yumiko owning Echo Isle's one mistake that made this, or that prolonged this game, or the defeat of Moon, but pretty much a rare, for the Warcraft scene, very rare build auto win.
Yeah, really well played. He saw the Panda early with the Footy Scout, which is normal, of course, and played perfectly against it. Not greedily going for level 2 creep. The Militia can do that by themselves. Put on pressure, pressure, pressure. Panda, before level 3, is just kind of crap. And abused that so well.
All right. As we said in the other match, in the other semifinal that is played at the same time, it is Angshi leading 1-0 as well over Hug. But yeah, all these series are best of 5. And yeah, still a lot of content here. And I can't wait for the second game, man. This, what is going to be Moon's reaction? A lot more standard, I would say. Should be his answer.
He is able to play basically any hero first. Don't expect the Panda to be seen anymore, but it could still be a Warden on a good map. Could be a Keeper, obviously. That's always playable and has been Moon's go-to for a long time. Or could be something more exotic, like a Dark Ranger, perhaps. Yep, map 2, gonna be Amazonia. Always a good night of map, especially early game. And probably no Tavern Hero, I guess.
Most likely not. But you know, with Moon, you never really know. We're waiting for Yumiko at the Moon. Moon joined the game immediately, which is pretty rare for him. He usually takes the time. Thank you, Draka2K2, for the 2-month resub. Lots of 2s there, so too sweet.
It wasn't too long ago. It was in the Warcraft survival battle, I think 2 months ago or something, where in the full best of 7, Moon got a 7-0 against Yumiko. That was nasty. And that was the beginning of where Moon showed his willingness to go different first heroes again, because I think it was like 6 different first heroes. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And winning every single game with them. Tried it here against Yumiko, but Yumiko too well aware of how to counter this. I'm really, really impressed with Yumi. I wonder if he can keep this up now.
Yeah, I agree. Amazonia is going to be a little tougher for him, but also maybe a little more predictable with the Keeper. That everything but a Keeper would surprise me.
Yeah, I can see a Keeper here certainly as well. And I feel like AZ especially, we've seen a lot of these Keeper, Alchemist, Masked Riot expansion run-by styles. AZ and LR come to mind for me for Moon, where he keeps on doing this over and over. And that has found decent success in the past.
Yumiko, is he watching the replay? Yeah, he's watching the replay at the moment, so we do have some time right here. Thank you, Death Knight 22. Even more 2s in our little sub-train. 3-month resub. Happy equal Gnomus? What's that?
I don't get it either. I don't know what that is. I played against Happy recently on ladder, and boy did I get destroyed. Ho. But it almost felt good, because it was like, yep, I get why you're so good, dude. You just like it's also a difference when you play against someone who's really good or you just watch him, because you have different experiences on ladder, but then you play a really good player and like, holy shit, nothing that's normally working is working.
Yeah,
and I'm just getting completely out microed.
Remo, I like to talk down on you and to insult you a little, but losing against the world champion is there's no shame in that, man. Don't be sad. Don't be disappointed.
Imagine if I had won, dude. How amazing would I have felt?
You would have raved about that until the end of the Back to Warcraft program.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even a little bit close.
Did you kill a unit?
Yeah, killed a few fiends.
See? Good job, mate.
So, Yumi taking his time. Perhaps he's reveling in his success right now. Oh, I just beat the best knight in the world. Feels so good.
Yumi is not a guy to do that. Not at all. He's very humble and very thankful for everything. And yeah, he's not a guy to brag. Not at all. Again, if you want to know what's up, we have a nice extension here on Back to Warcraft. Right next to Remo's head is a red button. You click that, it opens the grid and the schedule and the scores for the day, so you don't even have to leave our stream to check what happened so far. Big shout out to matches.gg.
I wonder in the last game, if Moon had just abandoned all prospects of a fight and just gone for counterattacks, how would that have gone? He was level 3 Panda, so it's not that bad against buildings. Drides are, of course, awful. Would have had a better chance. I was seriously really surprised Moon took that fight, decided to engage.
Yeah, maybe he thought, okay, man, this is over anyway. My tech's gonna be too late. I can't go for bears anymore. Yumiko will push me. This is the only thing I can try to do. Like, in the early game, everything was going so bad for him. Like, not creeping the merchant, the mercenary camp, not really creeping the Murlocs then killing the Ancient of War. Creep route ruined, everything ruined. This expansion was already a Hail Mary play, which absolutely did nothing. So, yeah.
But the humans, man, they're breaking out again. Romantic earlier this year, and it's still, you know, it's too early days to say, oh my god, Yumiko is the guy to watch now in 2019. But if he keeps playing like this, wouldn't be too surprised to see him go further in other tournaments. When was the last time we saw him at GCS?
Well, he was there as a caster for a couple of times.
I mean as a player, of course.
I think it might be the 2nd edition. Let's see. I will look this up, Remo. Don't you worry.
I do remember his 2v2 games with WFZ.
Yeah.
But his 1v1 matches?
GCS No, that was the qualifier. So he wasn't qualified for Winter 17. He was at GCS Fall 16, but only for 2 and 2. So yeah, it was GCS 2016 Spring. That's the 2nd edition. He only was at like 2 GCSs.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long break from the World Championship. But he's already top 4, so he's already going to be going to the Pro Qualifier next month. And there it's going to be really interesting to see him. Kind of like it was with Romantic, right? Against the Tier 2, Tier 3 scene, he was just bursting through everyone. But then against the Pro Qualifier players, things got more difficult. And Romantic didn't own everyone there. Having dropped out in the top 8, which is also pretty good. But didn't get top 4 in the Pro Qualifier. Romantic losing his most recent matches against 120 and Focus.
Yeah, it's interesting how players rise and got a great showing for like a couple of weeks, but then things change. I wonder why that is. Do players get lazy, or are players figured out?
I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes you have a tendency to jump to conclusions a little bit quickly, Neo.
Me? Come on, Remo, don't be silly.
It's also better competition he's playing against, and even if you're in tip-top shape, like losing every game now and then on the highest level can always happen. I wouldn't say that he's figured out or washed up or whatever.
Good news for you, Remo.
All right. 1-1?
Hug equalized. Yep, it's 1-1. And our game is starting. It's just one good news after the next.
Here we go. Amazonia. Yumiko in the lead. Quite surprisingly so. Will now go up against Moon again. Is he going to be able to counterplay the Vice World Champion just as flawlessly in the first game? That would be even more impressive. And what's Moon going to do? It was a bit of a pocket strat, a bit of a curveball. What are we going to be seeing now next on map 2? Is it going to be the meta build? And Night Elves recently have been experimental. What is the #1 meta build currently?
It's a good question, man. I think bears, like fast bears into 1 or 2 late mountain giants is what I saw as the most successful. But it's really tough. Like for that, you give the human so much time and then he goes tier 3 as well.
But Neo, what about the super strong Hippo Rider strat that Flurry showed us?
Yeah, that was maybe not the best idea I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in game. Yumiko in the blue with the lead for China, and Moon in the upper right for South Korea, trying to close this series up or tie the series up.
It's a Demon Hunter. Whoa!
Oh.
Color us surprised. Haven't seen him play Demon first against Human in forever, dude.
I think me neither.
Dude, if even Moon gives up on the Keeper in this matchup,
I was about
there's
to say
no hope anymore.
I was about to say kind of the same. Like, is Foggy the only one who still plays Keeper like reliably?
Yeah, Moon, for the longest time, was still trusting the Keeper in this matchup, but maybe those days are over. AZ, though, is a pretty good Demon Hunter map. It's gonna be somewhat easy to creep level 3 here. Could be even a blast from the past. Militia harass with immolation.
Oh, wow.
That would be cool.
Well, Colorful played it not too long ago, and it was very successful, so... We'll see. Ring of Protection and Tome. Yumiko creeping with the Lightning Shield here as well. Gonna be a fast level 2 for both of them. Moon with mass Moon Wells, no Hunter's transition or anything, no fast tech. How would you rate this map in terms of Dryad playability?
With the Keeper, pretty good. With the Demon, not that good. You really want Reju, don't you?
I think so too.
You really
Honestly,
need Reju, don't you?
Yeah. Especially against high damage rifles and stuff like that. And the Mountain King that I pretty much predict.
What? He's gonna play Naga.
Ah, against Demon Hunter, yeah, of course, yeah. He's going...
Now,
Is it
players'
Mercenary
forces are
pulling
under
again? No, not yet. Well, Naga does good damage as well, so need that too. Tech by Yumiko, no fast expansion, and no
Yep.
immolation.
That's still surprising to me. Yumiko is somewhat of an old school player. I thought we might see more of the old school meta with a fast expo. But no, willingly going one base tier 2. 2 games in a row now. This map here, of course, can be hard to expand on. But Echo is very easy to expand on. But there was a Panda, so a different story.
Do you see that block?
No.
Almost got the kill. It's pretty hard to block against the Wiz with a Footman.
Demon going towards the shop. What's he gonna get? Booster speed. Oh, nice.
Town is under siege.
Best item in the game.
Yeah, really
the
good for a
commander.
chase. Yumiko's still hunting Wisps, not going for the Hunter's Hall. I think he should. It's still very early for Moon to go for that Hunter's Hall, so maybe it's not that efficient to go for it.
Nice Wisp juggles. I think he didn't lose one yet, did he? Don't believe so. And that was pretty easily defended. Oftentimes when 5 footies run to your base, this can get scary. But Moon, totally ready. Totally handling this perfectly for the most part. AM gonna go for his own pair of boots here, as it seems. Yep.
Blacksmith is coming at 60%. But yeah, running across the map did nothing for Yumiko. So how different this game is already than the first one.
A player's forces
Moon
are
showing
under
no
attack.
signs of weakness yet. Yumiko not getting anything done. It's pretty much the opposite of Echo.
Yeah. And it's well played by Moon, but it's also, of course, down to the hero. Demon Hunter, early game level 2, is really good. Panda, not so much. And of course, Panda was stuck on level 1 even for a long time. The 1 footy, ooh. He can walk in there, right? Yeah. Gets the footy kill there a little bit more for the Demon. Would love to get level 3 here quickly, but Ancient of War not next to a creep camp, so hard to achieve. Who's got the faster tech? Who's gonna get the Naga first?
Yumi. And with that,
Players' forces are
an early kill. Oh, actually a detonate. And no dust. Can't reveal the archers without going to the lab. And Moon just getting a second kill right here. It's a little too much for just a late tier 1. Moon going for lores, of course. Tier 2 is done. Not going for a hero, waiting for the resource, I guess.
Yeah. He's got it now. So Panda or Naga, what is it? Naga. Panda would be a little bit greedy. With the Demon not level 3 yet, to carry you through the mid game, would have been very tough to level up the Panda, so the Naga is understandable. And we slow down a little bit, we continue to creep. Both players going for more neutrals, and yeah, they need experience. Need the first hero level 3 just yet.
Yeah, we're gonna get there now. I mean, it will take a little more time because the heroes share experience now, but it's all good. Finally some time for Yumi. We've got the second ring. Maybe the curse of WFZ is swapping over to his buddy as well. And again, no
A
tier 3
player's
by Moon.
forces are under attack.
It's again Dryads. And again expansion.
Oh, is Yumiko going up there for the creep jack? This would be a sick read. No, doesn't quite expected that much that he's gonna go there. Yumiko's pretty blind, has very few eyes on the map. It's nighttime now as well, so very little vision indeed. Whereas Moon, he's got wisps in multiple places. He kind of knows where his opponent is, and gets the natural, gets level 3, and a big invul. That was a very valuable camp.
So great, yeah. 15 seconds of vulnerability, you like that. As a Demon Hunter, can do whatever you want. Rifle casters, rifle priests is the theme of the day for Yumi, with again this one sorceress. How do you like that addition? We don't see that too much.
Against a Demon Hunter can be really good to just continuously slow him and limit his effectiveness tremendously. But of course, Dryads can also dispel that, so can turn out to be useless. But then again, Abolish costs mana, and then you may have Water Elementals. So yeah, I like the Sorceress, is the short answer.
Good. I like that we got a new sub. Thank you, Capuyas, for the 3-month resub.
Oh, Moon is not going tier 3?
No, I just...
Even with the Demon Hunter, he's going pure Dryads.
Yeah.
Wow.
At some point, he's gonna expand again. That's of course why I prepped that pretty early. And of course, because it's doable with an Engine of War.
I guess the thing with the Demon Hunter plus Dryads is you don't really want to focus the Demon because he's so tanky. You want to go for the Dryads. They are easy to kill with the rifles. So maybe Demon isn't even going to need Reju because attacking the Demon in the first place would be a mistake.
Lightning Shield, also pretty good on the Demon Hunter. No expansion yet. Okay, it's just pure Dryads 50 supply.
Dryads with upgrade. 1-0 already. Armor upgrades now coming as well. Armor upgrades really important. Yeah. Otherwise, just instantly die to the rifles.
This time, of course, no mass healing. So I wonder how long the Rifleman will last this time. Rune Bracers, eh. I like that scouting from the Naga to see if there's an expansion. I'm pretty sure he saw that Wisp moving over. So he should be aware. He also sees that there's no tech going on. And this early workshop, like, what's the reason?
A player's forces are under attack.
He did go for mortar teams earlier. May do so again once he goes into upkeep. Mortar teams can turn out to be a bit of a waste because Dryads can run in and kill him off fairly quickly. But that also exposes the Dryads in a bad position, and with that, the mortar teams can serve as kind of a bait and destroy the Dryads without destroying them themselves, with the rifles then putting in the damage. Great scouting by Yumi. Again, checking the north, and this time he sees the Tree of Life.
A player's forces are under attack.
His damage is getting pretty crazy in this army. He's breaking upkeep again earlier than Moon. They both split the map pretty much 50-50. Devotion Aura is a blessing for Moon. Already at 4 armor. Gonna be more. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Also a lot more tankiness. And the staff is ready. He's gonna get caught here now, though.
Yeah, Moon can't fight this. It's gonna be burning a little bit. Gonna sacrifice some of the archers. Damn, that's lasts long on them.
Yep.
2 archers die, 3 archers. Not quite. That one gets staffed out. With rifles and water elementals, rock golem camps are doable. But the natural is almost done now, the expansion for Moon, and that will have to be addressed. Could Yumi counter expand? No, he really can't. He is pretty much broke.
But he has a 62 supply army. Again, getting close. He has to wait a little for these 3 reinforcements, or 2 reinforcements that are coming plus the spell. The spell not too helpful, actually.
A player's forces are under attack.
But I mean, more mana and more regen is always nice to have, if you have the resources for it.
Yeah, and he's not aware of attack that might be happening towards bears, but we know, not the case. It's pure Dryads. Good old Moon mass Dryads. The best in the biz with that strat.
Yeah, but it's not the best strat, most likely. He just loves it very, very, very much. This time, though, we don't have too many footmen anymore. On Echo, we had 5 or 6 when the push happened. With Defend, there was a good buffer unit. And now what do we have? 2 of them. He can operate from range a little more as he has earlier mortar teams.
And again, Moon didn't move into position for the counterattack. No, he's gonna defend at his expansion. The rifles in front in a fairly bad position there, taking so much damage from the massive concave of Dryads. 2 rifles die very quickly, and the Dryad's surviving surprisingly long. The Demon Hunter is still going forward, chasing. The Demon's getting focused. I don't believe that's the right call. He tanked so much damage in this and now just goes for the in-roll. Heal scroll as well, but now the Dryads find themselves under fire from more teams, plus Riflemen. Both sides losing units quickly. Yumiko down to 57 supply. We have Moon down to less than 50 though, and the Naga, she is not that tanky. She has to be TP'd out here to survive, and will save most of the Dryads there on the way out. But that exposes the expansion now, which is still not mining.
I'm very surprised to see this hero focus. Was this TP his plan anyway, to get earlier free shots at the expansion to kill it before it mines a dime?
Yeah, going for the Naga if she's far forward, I can totally see being a good play, but going for the Demon, don't know about that. The Demon is now at level 4.5, no invul anymore, but a heal scroll. Water Elemental Summons also is like just free experience. Not sure that I like that. I get at least not taking too much damage from mana burn. And now Moon is committing in deep. Really deep. This has to work for him. His expansion is already dead. This looks pretty much all in. He's going to get some mortar team kills here, but also losing Dryad at the same time. However, rifles also falling. Level 4 now for the Naga. For Yumi, this is still pretty close. 48 supply for Yumiko. Dropping lower though, and Moon still very similarly sitting. The Demon Hunter now has to be the hard carry for Moon. The Dryad certainly won't be doing it, but the Demon's getting slowed down by the Naga. Shot after shot of the cold arrow here hurts, but 2 misses in a row makes it so we can get us away from there. But
nice escape by Moon to use this little passage in the forest to escape all these Dryads. So yeah, Yumiko broke the expo. That was his prime objective, but he lost 20 supply doing so. Moon was at 50, I think, or broke quite quickly. Wasn't too high. His losses not well, of course noticeable, but it's not like he's feeding into a 5 Archmage or something.
But with this strat, with the Mass Dryad stat in the late game, normally you need to be economically ahead, because the rifles are the hard counter. Only 3 rifles left though. This is a force that could perhaps be overpowered. More rifles are on the way. Yumiko smartly pulling them in the main, not giving them away for free against the patrolling Dryads.
Yeah, also the mortar teams, to have them in the bag. Run, little dwarven team, run!
That was close.
If you position them here, like between altar and keep, or barracks and keep, this is the possibly best position for the mortar team to reach far, but still being protected somehow.
Yumiko very low on lumber now. He called a lot of militia into the north. Ah, but they are returning actually. They all survived, as it turns out. That's pretty nice. Means into the next attack, if he has to go for one, he can call them again. And Moon, there's no expansion coming up still. He's sitting at 50. So the choice now for Moon, I guess, is either tier 3 or expansion attempt again.
Yeah.
What's better?
Yeah, I think if you back this up with a Mountain Giant, that would be so helpful.
Yeah. And Orb of Venom on the Demon Hunter makes him so much better.
Yeah.
He's gonna get level 5 though. That's really nice. I'd actually like to see Evasion 3 here.
Song Battle Drums helps with the damage. It is Mana Burn 3. Yumiko a little too late with the Creep Jack. Dryads were of course scouting the movement. Next attack upgrade. It's gonna be basically 3 attack upgrades for Moon, thanks to the Warsong Battle Drums. And Remo, you can see the Demon Hunter, right? With no, yeah, he's moving. Like, he does his channeling thing. Thanks to the battle drums. Oh, now not anymore.
But he doesn't have a channeling spell.
Maybe Metamorphosis is doing it or something? Triggers
But the
it?
Naga isn't doing it.
Yeah,
I
why
guess
is the
it's
Naga
just
not doing it?
The first hero that picks it up? Is that how it
Maybe.
works?
Naga should do the tornado animation, but she's not doing it.
A player's
No.
forces are
Huh.
under attack.
Weird.
Level 5 Demon is really good though, and level 5 Naga isn't too far away either. Moon is now in upkeep. Yumiko as well, very even in supply again. It's a lot about positioning here.
Yeah.
A lot about arches and concaves. What are the rifle upgrades? 2-0. Also pretty good. Yeah, but Moon basically has 2 upgrades for free from items.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Because no one can go for the tier 3 upgrades. Yumiko will be at 80 soon. Moon again splitting his forces. 56 supply only. Oh, here's tier 3 now. At 17-minute tier 3 tech.
Gonna grant him a lot of strong upgrades. Going for the first mountain giant right now. He can go for a second one very soon. Go for the upgrades then on tier 3 and the Orb of Venom. And with that, things become much more difficult to micro.
Yumiko is pretty much on a timer. Either he techs as well, very fast now, but he doesn't have the resources, or he pushes with 80.
Yeah. The flying machine should have seen tier 3. I'm not sure if he quite did in time, but he has enough lumber income. He could still go tier 3. This is by no means impossible for Yumi. If you spam Inner Fire versus Abolish, who runs out of mana first? Well, with only 2 priests, it's gonna be the priests. Really low on the priests, actually.
Yeah, I saw that when he built the first sorceress, and I'm not sure why he does it. I mean, there's no need for dispel, so he goes basically pure damage. Especially against buildings, like these 4 mod teams. If they have some time to stand still and fire away. And especially if the dryads are clumped up, this is gonna be game winner.
Alright, here we go. Yumi wants to go before the tier 3 upgrades are kicking in. More teams, a lot of damage against these buildings. First mover almost dead already. Oh, and the damage towards the dryads! That hurts!
Just 1 heal scroll. That's about it. Yumiko with the Zeppelin, trying to save some units. Dryads are falling pretty much left, right, and center, but level 5 is far away, so don't worry about that. Again, he's forcing the focus fire on the Demon Hunter. Potion. Staff can help to drain the moon wealth, but now the mortar teams are firing at the backline. Level 5 for the Naga. Oh, Fog Lightning almost getting the revenge from Echo Isle. Moon calculating this a little better. Yumiko, the signature move here, creating a lumber mill to buy some space. But mispositioning with this mortar. Saves it though, but this Zeppelin will fall in a second. Oh my god, what a fight. Moon has the supply lead for the first time in this game.
Yumiko needs a heal scroll, but he doesn't have a heal scroll. Yumiko, you're about to start losing everything. He has to TP away. With the AM dropping low, this choice is going to be made for him. As he finally leaves via the TP, but Moon survives.
Yeah, that's the game-winning defense. Pretty likely. We have 2 mountain giants already who will not die. Tier 3 is done. Upgrades are coming. Hardened skin, resistant skin, Orb of Venom is ready. Upgrades could kick in as well. Yumiko calls for the GG. He knows that was the attack to win the game. Didn't happen. Equalizer 1-1.
And that was against so much wasted damage on this Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I guess the
2
fear
fights in a
was,
row.
if he goes for the Dryad backline, he's going to be standing in the middle of MGs. But MGs are only MGs, man. They don't do much damage.
Yeah. Especially since Moon had such a quick level 4 on the Demon Hunter. I don't like the focus at all.
Yeah.
And what you will not like, Remo, is the result of the second semifinal. Angshi 2-1 against Hug.
It's all fine. It's a best of 3. It's still doable. Absolutely doable. Blue Bar Band, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Sector 2350.
Nice. I think there was a little trivia game, and Sector won that. Thank you very much. So some auras give you the channeling animation, or just Kodo aura? They only dance to the beat of the drums. Would be nice if they get the Katka's pipe and just lay down. Or grab some snacks.
But I guess the way it works is only the guy who picks it up first.
Apparently, yeah.
Gets it?
Yeah, I showed you the video yesterday, right? By Funny Warcraft. It's on the recording then. I'm not sure if I can do that. No, it's copyright claim. I will show that later. But pretty much, if you have a channeling spell as a hero and you pick up the Warsong Battle Drums, it triggers the channeling animation for whatever reason. Are you in the room? Invite? Yep. Oh, okay. So 1-1. This was Moon's map choice. We go on to Last Refuge. Who are you typing with? What's so important? Do you have a date later? Tell me, Remo. I want to know. You don't tell me? Wow. Since when are you so secret about your?
It's Wolf. I'm not allowed to invite him apparently. So, what's our second map? Last Refuge. I think we're going to see fast expansion here.
Yeah. Who's your Mountain King?
It's Yumiko, so maybe.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Like Chimiko and Yumiko would be my highest guesses for this.
But what if it's Demon Hunter again?
Yeah, he's hard countered.
True.
I have to play around it.
How are you gonna play around getting hard countered?
You know, stay in
Just
your
never
base.
get burned.
Never get burned. Stay in your base. You know, have a peaceful time.
Go 3 base, mass tanks. Can't mana burn tanks. There we go.
200 IQ plays.
We actually haven't seen tanks against Night Elf in forever. Against Undead, we still see him sometimes, but against Night Elf, never.
Despite the Engine of War nerf.
Yeah, true.
The static defenses help a ton.
Not that we're complaining, of course.
Nope.
Tanks are...
Don't bring that back. All good.
Are tanks the stupidest units in the game or liquid fire bats? It's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah, liquid fire bats can fly. That makes them more annoying. Tanks take forever to die. It's also pretty annoying.
I would love if tanks just gave 200 experience if you killed them. That would be so great. And I would be like, yeah, send me some tanks, bro. Give them to me.
Should experience that the unit gives increase if they have armor upgrades?
That's a question I never thought about before.
I know. That's why I'm asking you. You're a smart guy. Got to go on the fly.
I wouldn't say so initially. Like, that basically means there's an incentive not to go for upgrades.
Yeah.
When there already is incentive not to go for upgrades by producing more army instead. Going upgrades basically is you banking on the late game. But then it also makes your opponent's late game better by getting more experience. So no, I don't think that would be very good.
Good thinking, Remo. Good thinking. You really should have bought a fan.
I got a fan. I got a manual fan.
This looks so like diva-esque. Oh, I don't care what you think about me. I'm Karl Lagerfeld.
It's hot, dude.
I'm above all of you.
What am I supposed to do? It's so hot.
Just sweat like a man. Just take it.
Says the guy who hates sweating more than everyone else.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here, not looking like crazy, shaking papers in front of my face. I'm in the north. It's not that hot here, to be fair to you.
Yeah, you see? Easy for you to say from your ivory throne, okay? And I'm down here in the south, in the dirty south, suffering, struggling. But okay, it's okay. Tomorrow it's gonna be over. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow, dude.
I really hope the weather changes. And
max temperature tomorrow, 27 degrees only. Fuck you!
I don't trust the weather forecast.
No?
Like, I never look at the weather
Illuminati?
forecast. Huh?
You think they're Illuminati?
No, they're scammers. Like, they make money with this shit. To lie to people. It's basically the same as a horoscope. What's that in English?
Horoscope.
Horoscope. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, pretty much the same for me.
So you're saying everyone in the world who makes money cannot be trusted? So every person in the world cannot be trusted?
No, I mean, if you sell, let's say, cheese, you know, you get a piece of cheese. And that's, in general, very, very good. So people who sell cheese are to trust. People who say, oh, tomorrow the sun will be shining because I looked it up in my glass sphere and some clouds appeared in a shiny way. No, that's not that.
You know that they look at satellite patterns and stuff.
No,
right?
no.
They don't just like pull that shit out of their ass.
They do it. It's basically like witches.
Yeah, makes sense, Neo. Makes sense.
I think so.
Uh,
They sacrifice a goat.
now I know why you
Like,
dropped
do
out
you
of
know
high
how
school.
many goats get sacrificed because of weather forecasts? A shitload of goats.
Fuck goats, dude. Who cares about
Why?
goats?
Goats are fucking awesome.
Aren't goats the devil's animal?
They're
Yeah. Yeah, we can't be friends anymore. I need to bring you to Sunday Mass. We're gonna convert you.
We can go to a black mass together.
Is that Satanist church?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's Satanist church, because that's a different thing from Satanists. For weird reasons.
Do they drink animal blood and stuff?
Everyone is only drinking animal blood.
That's
or
gross.
human blood, of course, if there's an opportunity. If you can.
That's gross. Unless it's steak. That animal blood is really good. How do you have your steak, Neo? Well done, medium rare, or rare?
I rarely ever eat steak. I would always prefer a schnitzel over a steak. I'm sorry. I know that makes people crazy and people don't understand, but I'm not a steak dude.
That's unbelievable, dude.
I'm a medium kind of guy. Definitely not like
too,
this
but...
super bloody. If it's just chewy, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like it rare too much either. I'm a medium boy. I prefer schnitzel. Jesus Christ.
I know.
A good schnitzel can be really good though. Like a schnitzel from the calf with the what's it called? The berry sauce.
Yeah.
What are those berries called?
Preiselbeere.
Yes.
I think it's pretty much the same. Cranberry.
Lingonberry.
Huh?
Lingonberry.
Isn't it just cranberries?
Says the guy.
Our game is there. Yumiko, in the second break, goes for the second toilet break, but he's back now. And we get our third game in this series. Who's going to take the match, or who's going to get the match points? Initial map was won by Yumiko. Moon had the first map choice. Was striking back on AZ, which is pretty much the best Night Elf map we have. And now Yumiko picks LR.
That has been a very popular expansion map for many, many years. But of course, the meta has shifted a little bit, more than just a little bit. Back in the day, I still remember echoes of human wails. Our race can never play on one base. It's so unfair. That has changed, though. As against Undead and against Night Elf, both humans nowadays playable one base. Is that what's gonna be happening here for Yumiko? Or what is the plan? We're excitedly looking forward to it. Just as Moon's first hero choice. Probably gonna be Demon or Keeper. What's he gonna be opting for?
We've seen 2 different heroes so far. Could be a Keeper. No Tavern build, of course. If he's super crazy, he can go for a Warden, but it's very, 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 very unlikely.
I think it's a Keeper.
Me too. Or he plays on, keeps on playing the Demon Hunter.
If he plays Demon here, he has completely given up on the Keeper.
No,
Okay.
Keeper it is.
There is still hope, ladies and gentlemen, for the Keeper. Apparently.
Archmage as well. No Mountain King. So a pretty standard matchup for this map, especially.
Yep, question I guess is going to be, do we have an expansion or not early on by Yumi? How aggressively will he want to play? We saw Yumi playing pretty aggressively on level 2, 2 games in a row. Against the Keeper, that is normally not the best idea, because entangles come out, footies keep on dying, and you have nothing left. So this may be Yumiko now forced into a different playstyle.
Early Mercs would of course be a solution. Or just more passive play. Wow, he's going for a fast tower. Haven't seen that before, right?
Yeah. Alright, so he's definitely expecting the Keeper, I guess. Let us cut into lumber quite a bit. So whatever he... I guess with the expansion it doesn't matter that much to be replacing many peasants anyways. AM walks away from the green camp quickly. Militia will be able to finish that by themselves. Not gonna play the Hawk-esque hyper-aggression across the map. Just continuing to creep towards the Murlocs. Oh, if the detonate comes in here, this would be a sick one against the double Water Elemental. But not being attempted.
Okay. Inventory not too great on neither side. No one is really distracted. We've seen a couple of humans being ultra aggressive, but with a pretty much guaranteed level 2, like you need a steal to prevent level 2. That's pretty hard to do. Tier 2 tag by Moon, not for Yumiko yet. Also no mercenary camp creep. Now the tag. Okay, so both play at one base once again.
Interesting. I definitely thought Yumiko was at least gonna throw in one fast expansion play. But no.
Well, there's definitely gonna be another map. And maybe Terranas is even in, if not vetoed. Like Twisted will be vetoed most likely, and what else?
Yeah, Twisted and Terranas, probably.
Yeah. As always.
I am now actually kind of thankful for the gauntlets in the ring. We'll be taking less damage here from the entangles. Relatively. So, gets away here after the first entangle, still at more than 300 HP. That's okay. You want to prevent that level 3 keeper if you can, by all means. On early tier 2 with the level 2 entangle with the second hero is very powerful. But actually now, Yumiko is the one to be evasive. Footies towards the south with a single Water Elemental. In the AM. In the middle of the map, basically. Does he want to go for the main here? For Moon? Looks like it.
Or he expected some kind of expansion? He could go for the Hunter's Hall. Just start it now. 60% into the tech. But of course you have to dive deep for that. Blacksmith is coming as well. No one's really forgetting about that. Yumiko is supply stack at the moment, but it's fine at this stage of the game. Moon is banking already, quite heavily. So it's just a little skirmish. Yumiko going for the boots. He doesn't want to do that mistake again and go for late boots, as he did on Amazonia, especially against Entangle. He wants to be very, very far away from the keeper.
It looked like a bit of wasted time here by Yumiko, walking across the map and not being able to find any damage in the main. But it's not entirely wasted. It did keep the keeper away from leveling, didn't get to level 3, was forced back, and that buys him some space on tier 2. Early shop for Moon. Is it mass tier 2 time again, mass Dryads?
It's really... here? I'm not too sure. Wind of Illusion. It's Alchemist time for Moon. The good old combo for Entangle Acid Bomb. And the first Mountain King of the series.
Yeah, it's going to be very valuable now that there's no mana burn anymore to be considered. Didn't Moon for a while play Keeper first into Demon Hunter second? Wasn't that him?
Yeah, a lot of players did. I think Czech started it and Moon picked it up.
It looked pretty good.
Yeah, especially with Clap not being such a big thing anymore, but people moving back to the Stormbolt higher levels. I'm not sure if an Alchemist is necessary. I mean, for damage, yeah, absolutely is. And that could help the Dryad play if you have the minus armor.
Yeah, definitely does. The Demon Hunter's main purpose in this matchup, when he was played second, was against that MK, who was such a heavy carry for so long. But alright, Natural being freed up here by Moon. Is it expansion time? Certainly is. But this camp being taken was scouted by an illusion, so Yumiko is probably going to follow up with another scout. And should be able to cancel that pretty easily. Dryads are still not here. It's a 1 lore expansion, actually. That looks pretty greedy.
It looks punishable, for sure. But Mountain King needs some time, so maybe gets that. Rune Bracers, a great item especially for the squishy keeper against the Stormbolt. Moon has scouted all of that. Wind of Mana Stealing is really nice, I like that. Yumiko shows no signs of an expansion play, right? Like, nothing at all. Here's the second lore for Moon now.
Oh, MK Illusion. I'm not sure if you saw this. It was still nighttime.
I mean, he saw that this was crap, but maybe didn't see the expansion.
If he checks the main though and sees only 1 lore, or rather the second one so late, that is pretty suspicious.
But Moon is getting that time, and a big creep spot at the moment. Mountain King gets the Wand of the Winds. Nice. Talisman. Eh. Okay, lots of scouting here. Upgrades and Ultra Vision as well.
AM went for Watch Elemental 2 again, right?
No, it's Aura.
Ah, okay. Just skilled it a second ago. Was considering there for a little while. One of the Wind, usually a great item against Mass Dryads, though. It's trash, so he sells it for a lot of gold at least.
Of course, the longer the game goes, the worse the keeper gets and the better the Mountain King becomes. Alchemist is pretty good at all states of the game for one reason or the other. But he has to do something about that expansion, and I guess this workshop is part of a solution.
Now, Yumiko is pretty rich here. Lots of gold, but not that much lumber anymore. MK. Solo creeping here. He's gonna be good against Alchemist and Keeper, I guess, but against Dryads, what does he really do?
Well, Moon should go tier 3 once the X4 is up, right?
I don't know, man. It's Moon.
And then
Should be
Stormbolt
Dryads.
on Mountain Giant's pretty good at high level. Not as good as it would be against Bears,
Players'
obviously,
forces
but
are
you know,
under
you have
attack.
at least some solution to this.
Alright, here we go. Gyro scouts the expansion, and Yumiko going into upkeep right away. I think he missed his timing. This could have been an easy expo cancel. There was absolutely a window there when there was only 1 or 2 Dryads out, which is really not scary. And this expansion could have been cancelled. Usually, Yumiko always scouts so well. But perhaps this time he doesn't get the timing quite right. Moon went into upkeep, cancelled upkeep again, goes tier 3 instead. Ooh. That looks a little greedy.
Town is under siege.
Okay, and Yumiko getting upgrades, getting more units, 60 supply push inbound. His heroes are level 3. Consumables pretty much not existent. Moon's breaking upkeep 2 with a lot of trees to help him out.
Scroll of Protection, interestingly, on the MK.
Oh.
Can just be dispelled, but it's a lot of time that the Dryads aren't spending attacking.
Engine of 1 position, eats a tree. No. Okay, 1 mortar team. Is that enough? Is the timing too late or too early, or will it fit?
Ancient of War taken out almost, but not quite. And here come the Dryads. Alchemist in front. Wow, he's so tanky. Going for him would definitely be a wrong decision. Scroll of Protection.
He is sniping him here. Stumbled on an archer. Okay. Dispel against the scroll protection on the rifles. Militia coming in. He's just towering this, right? In a second, once the duration is over. More mortar teams coming to create some space. Are there enough priests for the healing against Acid Bomb? There's a lot of mana.
Level 2
Moon
aura
has to
here
engage soon. He has to jump the mortars again.
Yeah. But they're so well protected. Really good positioning by Yumiko again. These peasants just standing in the front along with the footies, just creating this wall. And now Moon has to go in. The first MG is here, but of course no tier 3 upgrades. The clap into the archers. Doing a good job right there. Heal scroll being used by Moon, but that's his only one. Next clap coming in. Archers have to be careful, have to run away. More teams not quite connecting with the Dryads just yet. There was one nice volley, so at least the Tree of Life not under threat right now. MK again looking for the next clap, and that was another nice one. And remember, we don't have heal spray here. We don't have heal scrolls anymore. Stuff is starting to drop dangerously low. More mortar shots coming in, more dead Dryads, and Yumiko looking to be in a good position now. Returns his attention for the mortar teams on the Tree of Life. But also Yumiko's forces dropping low. It's really close here between the two. Alchemist drawing a lot of fire again. Already using the Hellstone.
Yeah. Mountain Giant as well, down to 50%. There's not much range army left for Yumi. He has these 2-3 tanky units, and that's pretty much about it. Will Yumi have enough time for the tree? Then he can retreat and fight later and level up his Mountain King. And it looks like Moon is giving this up. And he is. Mission successful.
Again kills the expansion. It seems to be
getting the Berserker's big.
keeps on happening.
70 supply still for Yumi. Just goes on. Keeps on pressuring. Mana looking medium pretty much on the Mountain King. But of course this choke, it can't reach the mortar teams.
Yeah. This is the perfect position for Yumiko. And the lumber mill coming in.
Classic Yumi.
Trademark play. Would love a shop in the back as well. But Yumiko here, he's smelling the victory as it seems. Positions himself a little bit further up.
Acid Bomb is still gonna be good. But what else? 2 priests, almost out of mana. This lumber mill is soaking up so much damage in space. Just building it again. Almost burning through these mountain giants. If you can kill 2 moon wells, that would be a supply stack moon. And then he can overpower.
From the MK. Really nice. Further decreasing the damage from these MGs. 1 moon well is down. I don't think Yumi lost a unit. Well, he lost 1 footy, but those don't really matter too much. Alchemist does matter, but doesn't have to go for the invul there just yet.
He's leapfrogging forward with buildings. How cool. How cool. Level 5, 4-4. Does he have the mana for Stormbolt? Now he does. And these 7 supply MGs are going to fall soon. He cannot heal them at all.
Moon just doesn't have the damage. He can't break through this.
Nope.
And look at this beautiful funnel next to Moonwell and Lumbermill. This is a meat grinder right here. GG.
Wow. Yumiko's so smart. He found the timing. It was great. Going for clap, I totally did not expect this. As it was pretty much a mass Dryad build in our heads, which never came to fruition with a lot of archers in the back. It's good to have Yumiko back, man. 2-1 for the underdog. Everyone expects Moon to win this year.
Yeah, this would be an insane upset. Like seeing Moon in the open qualifier, everyone's like, okay, easy first place for Moon. You know?
Same like TH last time.
We're gonna see him pro qualifier next month, and he's gonna get some nice prize money on the way. But Yumiko coming out of the bushes and mugging the unexpected Moon with very strong play.
Yeah. And new results from the other game that is running at the same time. There is an equalizer as well, Remo. 2-2 between Huck and Angshi.
You see? It's all still in the cards.
You see? You said, ooh, 3-0 easy.
I never said that.
Yeah? Rewind this?
That was boring, Neo. It's unnecessary.
Okay.
All right, map choice now for Moon. What's he gonna pick? Concealed? I could see concealed, certainly.
Yeah. Hard to expand. Good for MGs. Keeper, doable. Yeah, I see that as well. Damn. This building play, these blocks with the farms and lumber mills, I kind of missed that, to be honest.
It was really smart. Really, really smart. And a lumber mill isn't even that expensive. It's also only gold, so you're not going to be getting lumber stuck, despite it being a lumber mill. Funny how that works.
Yeah, I mean, you get the gold mine to get... Okay, it costs gold, makes no sense. No, just scratch that. I just say you get the gold mine for the gold and whatever.
So, I hope they don't forget to invite us.
No, OB4's in... Oh, he's in charge.
On the case. Nice.
Yeah.
I think this was the first time any OB ever messaged me. I was like, oh my god, what the hell did we do?
You
Were
fucked
they
up?
listening to the stream? I hope not.
If Moon loses now, he still gets 3 points from this open qualifier. That would mean he's sitting at 11, equal to Shao KK and Czech. That's not his region usually, so Win will break out of that position. If he still makes it, would be 4 points, and winning this open qualifier would be 5 points, alongside a little money, of course.
So it is concealed, as we were expecting.
Yeah.
Last map, then, if we go to 5, would be Northern Isles. Most likely. We don't know the bands, but it's almost set in stone nowadays. Those vetoes.
Yeah, we kind of need new maps, right? Like,
Or if we had one new map, which one would we eliminate? I wouldn't mind if we actually changed some maps. Like Twisted, I think should have one easy camp that isn't useless, you know?
yeah.
Like what if we change the null camp to be a little slightly easier, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe less dispel as well on the map. In general, I'd like to see a bigger map, like one additional bigger map.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know.
Nomad Isles.
Ah, yeah, Nomad Isles, of course, always great.
We both love Nomad Isles. So
With
which
the
one? Which
changes-
map do we kick?
That's hard. Like, they all grew so fun. Not Last Refuge. That's a given.
Yeah, it's our favorite.
I like Terranas games as well, so I'm not talking from a balance perspective or anything, just from what entertainment I get from these
So it has to
maps.
be Echo or AZ.
I like Echo a lot. I'm not liking AZ too much.
I think nobody cares about AZ, right?
Not
Right.
really, no.
All
I
right.
don't like CH too much either.
I have to open the door, by the way. 1 second.
Okay. Have fun doing that. Hug is not Hook from StarCraft, no. Hug is Chinese. Later today, we have the W League Europe with Thorzane inside and Cash, and we have a great co-caster that's going to be Knopf from Sweden. Who was that? Who was that?
I thought it would be the guy who moves in here for 2 weeks, but it wasn't him. It was just the DHL delivery guy
Oh, what you get?
who had some swag sunglasses on, man. That was the swaggest DHL delivery guy I've ever seen.
Cool. Invite him to the stream. Now, run
He's
back.
gone.
Get him.
He's gone, dude. He's gone. He's got a busy day. Poor guy has to run around outside all day.
It's crazy how deflated you are just standing up, moving, like, run 5 meters and coming back.
It's hard work, dude. It's hard work.
It's hard work. Construction work is hard work. We're just
Only
sitting
for
here.
1 out of 5 people.
Huh?
Only for 1 out of 5 people, though.
I don't think so. Like, someone has to carry the beers. That's rough at this heat. That's 2 already.
But he gets rewarded with the beer. We get rewarded with the next game. Our 4th one. Yumiko versus Moon. Can he make the upset happen here already? Who would have thought? Who would have thought Yumiko here playing so strong?
Like, this is so weird how in the early stages of this open qualifier, the round of 32, Yumiko was defeated by Suns. And then he got the revenge. And then he defeated Foggy. And now he has match points against Moon. This progress in just 1 week is baffling. He's playing a lot better, with a lot less mistakes as well, and more decisive, I feel. In some games in the open, I thought, okay, does he really know what he wants to do? Is his game plan elaborated or anything? But here, everything looks like he knows exactly what to do, and when, and where to push, and when to push. It's good. Scouting increased a lot. And we thank Blubberbären for increasing our sub counter with a gifted sub to 1701 Roger. Are you playing Anno, whatever it's called?
Is that the newest one?
Good game. I don't know. It just exists. Anyway, I
I
think
played
it's
back in the
second
day
one, right?
when it was 1504 or
No,
something.
it was 1602, 1701, and then it was... I don't know what it was. So, Keeper or Demon? Demon! And Archmage again. Solid choice by Yumiko. No Mountain King shenanigans. How do you like
I
the
think-
Demon here?
Sorry. I think the keeper days are kind of numbered in this matchup, to be honest. I think it's over. I think the reign is over, Neil.
So it's time to buff the Keeper again?
Yes. That is what we all want.
Just to fuck up Todd. Let's do it.
And give Huntress Sentinel again. That was a great idea.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, we're kind of, well, not we. You are kind of mean towards the Blizzard dev team.
Yeah.
You know, they try to improve over and over, and Neo is just here slamming them time and time again. And they're just trying to do a good job, man.
I gave them advice. They didn't listen to my advice. It is my free pass to trash them.
Of course, it's everyone's free choice to be a douche, but doesn't mean you have to be.
Why are you a douche for your entire life then?
Not true. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, of course. Want to tell that story again? How you made a bride cry on her wedding day?
Okay. How many days of my life have I been on this earth? A lot. How many days did that happen? A single day, okay?
I hope just one.
One time. A single time only. Come on. Band also gifting us up to Stussel. Or Stussel. Thank you very much indeed. Level 2 demon now with the water elemental detonate. Looking for the AM. Doesn't find him though. Slippery, slippery AM. Going to the green cams in the north. And Moon completely, lost track here of his opponent in the early game. But the Wisp actually confirms the whereabouts. And perhaps we're gonna have footies in the main again.
Yeah, there's one already. So he just wants to snipe Wisps, right? There's a tier 2 tech already on both sides. This time it's actually pretty precisely the same speed. And he's stealing camps away, getting the level 2 right here. Good inventory, +9.
Oh yeah, that's really good. That's gonna add up on this Demon Hunter a lot over time, but he's got evasion already. He's got that ring, so he's actually really tanky with his 8 armor now. He's gonna go for a circlet as well, perhaps. I feel like we don't see that much anymore nowadays. Unless, of course, it's Sonic. Then we see a lot of circlets.
Again, a tower in the base, but I guess against the Demon Hunter that's not really necessary.
What we just saw here, by the way, the double boots. That was a great change, Neo. Why do you never talk about things that were good changes?
That was a good change, Remo. I totally agree.
You see? Neo, such a meanie pants. Unbelievable.
Come on.
So Moon's probably gonna go tier 3 bears this time, right? Dryads were pretty hard to make work. I mean,
think he has to make changes.
AZ, yeah? Maybe not.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think he has to make changes. This doesn't work anymore. I mean, he tried on LR already, but the timing of this expansion was a little off, I think. So, one base bear rush, right?
I could see that. Concealed, though, is also a really popular mountain giant map. Easy healing here. Which is why I wasn't completely counting out the Keeper just yet. Keeper Alchemist MGs has been very popular here over the, almost wanted to say years, but no, it hasn't been years.
Feels like, though.
And the AM just has to run. Pretty annoying early game here for Yumiko. Being stuck on level 2 and not able to do much. But on tier 2 it's going to change. We're going to have the Naga coming in. We're going to have priests. We're gonna have rifles.
Yeah,
right?
but
yes,
he's not in a position to push, right? Like, level 2 only, being hurt, being bullied around the map. Naga is out though, maybe creeping.
A player's forces are
So
under
mode,
attack.
tier 3 or what? First lore out, no expansion anywhere.
Moon's going for the foggy play. Leaving the demon on level 2 and solo creeping the second hero only. Which I'm never a really big fan of. But at least the Demon Hunter here is keeping pressure on the AM as well. And the Naga gets a nice start to jump start to level 2, I guess.
It's cool to have Fork Lightning early, or at least the stats early on Naga. Greater healing.
A player's forces are under attack.
And for the demon can be really good.
That's true.
And we do have tier 3, 1 lore. We actually have a good old Bear Rush. First time Moon is playing this year, this series.
I like that. It's, I think, the best style if you get a bit of time, and on CH that's very, very likely, especially if you play around this Archmage, or to, if you cripple this Archmage so much as Moon did, you buy the time for that. You are ready for the rifles, you get medium damage, I guess, against the early rifles. Then you have Roar, it's a nice synergy with the Demon Hunter, and Naga both benefit a lot from that. You get Reju, makes the Demon Hunter more tanky. Like, all you do is to pimp your DH with that, pretty much.
Yumiko's gonna grab the Ogre Lord here. Isn't it normally the Ogre Lord only? Why is the High Priest here?
I don't know, man. The AI is weird. Katka's Pipe will, of course, be sold. Yumiko took a lot of damage here because of that little mistake. But at least he got the item. Will be sold. But imagine Moon getting this item. I mean, the drops are predetermined once the map loads. So it would have been this item the entire time. Good to steal it.
Something weird about drops determined once the map loads is when you do a safe game reload, apparently it doesn't work. So when you do a safe game reload, it randomizes it again. Isn't that strange?
That is very strange. But I think it's good. Otherwise, you could just fake having problems and then reload the map and whatever. Thank you, Rick Prime, for your 19-month resub. Could he finally get level 3 on this Archmage? This takes forever.
We have the workshop coming up again. More teams soon to be joining. So it is Bears, right? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No MGs. Bears on the way. The good old combo of Demon Hunter plus Reju. Always really strong. Back in the day, always accompanied by a Panda. Not here, though. It's a Naga instead. Yumiko is really slow, man. Still double level 2. I guess every hero here is level 2.
Naga is level 3 right now. Demon Hunter will be level 3 after this. Next red spot for Yumi, though. Naga is already a good damage dealer. Good increase for the beast as well. Amazing for rifle. There's not going to be too much dispel if there's no wisps. Remo the Magi even more, man. Archmage, though. Should he switch to Blizzard at some point? Or is it Water Elemental good enough? Because for once, Moon is not going too heavy on the Dryads.
Yeah, only the single one, actually. True. So slow is going to be very effective. Yumiko should realize this. Does he have yeah, he has the scouting flying machine, so he sees the bears. And against bears, you need slow. So it doesn't really look like Yumiko is in fighting shape just yet. Going tier 3, actually.
Whoa.
For the first time. Tier 3 is all the rage nowadays in the meta. But Yumiko only doing it now. Oh, he went for a level 2 aura as well. Expecting heavy dryads again, but that was not the case.
Yeah, that makes sense with the Mountain King. Early, of course. For Naga, she has a lot of mana to work with. For Priest, it's always good, because you need a lot of dispels, but this, again, only 3 Priests. Yumiko, is it the first time in this series where he's very patiently with his upkeep and not breaking immediately? I think there was a big reason why he won that game. Moon was not used to this early high supply.
Yeah, but there was always reasons before to go into upkeep, either to attack an expansion or to attack before tier 3 kicks in. But now, he doesn't really need to push early. I mean, tier 3 is already ready, not like he can do anything about that before. We do have the Master Bears. 0-0 so far, no upgrades at all for Moon. He's got a lot of resources. Not spending them.
What's he waiting for? He has the orb, he has a TP, he has the staff. No expansion. Okay,
No,
he's
here
building a
comes
Moonwell now.
In the top left, the bear killed the last creep there, and here we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, third red spot. Will it finally go to Moon, or will Yumiko take them all out?
Interesting point in the game here. This expansion hasn't been scouted yet. The flying machine could easily look for it, but it's busy at the red spot. Wants to give the vision there. We actually have an Invis water elemental, but not doing much at the moment. Invis footy as well. Oh, spotting a possible Zeppelin drop actually.
We saw this very, very effective yesterday. Tier 3 is done. I didn't think he has the time for this, but he has. And frag shards coming, inner fire coming, animal war train even for knights.
Animal war training?
Yeah, going knights for like having a bit of a blocker.
Okay.
So...
yeah, especially with no melee hero. Actually, come to think of it, I like it. Normally not the biggest fan of knights. I think just going mass rifles is most of the time better. But it's going to be very hard here to hold a front line for Yumi without those knights. Exposed, by the way, scouted by the footy.
Forces are under attack.
Yumiko could still just counter-expand against this. Yumiko really doesn't like counter-expose.
Seriously, like, such a one-base player recently. But Remo, your boy Huck has been defeated, man. Angshi makes it all the way into the grand final of this open qualifier.
Damn. That's impressive by Angshi. Must have gotten really lucky item drops, I guess, to defeat Huck. But Huck's gonna be in the pro qualifier next month, so all's good. Red Camp did go to Moon, finding the flute. Not too bad.
Dude, Blood Mage third. No Paladin.
Yeah.
What this like?
What?
What does this do? Like, mass AOE, but then Moon can switch to mass Dryads at some.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be excited to see how he makes that work, but
yeah.
Blood Mage is usually a pretty underwhelming hero before level 3. Paladin is great on all levels. All right, let's see how Yumiko plans to utilize this hero.
Moon's
what is
expanding in the bottom
what
right.
What is the skill?
Skill is Siphon.
But it's a
Against the
level
Demon
Siphon.
Hunter Naga. Mass
What's the
water elementals, I guess.
level 1 water elementals though? Like, that's so good? I don't know. And Moon finally going for the counterattack play.
A player's forces are under attack.
And just TP's out. See you later.
Oh, that bought so much time. Gets another kill here, deal 4 Demon Hunter. Expo in the upper left is running. Expo in the bottom right is 60% done. And Moon is creating threats pretty much everywhere. Nature's Blessing done as well. What are the upgrades on the bear? So 1-1. Yumiko is making his way over 1-0. Siphon on this demon. But what does it really do?
Did Yumi get a new TP? He didn't.
All in.
He's just giving up the main? Oh, okay. Alright. Moon can, of course, afford to lose this base. He's got more.
Player's forces are
Yumiko
under
only has the single one. And I like this play by Moon a lot. He's abusing the fact that Yumiko just doesn't like counter expo. Yumiko could have very well played counter expo this game, but he didn't want to. That being said, though, he's killing this tree hella fast.
Yeah.
Already down.
Inner Fire Mortars and Knights, man, they're pretty good. 78 supply. Will he just like waltz through the base?
Oh, this is really reminiscent now of his game against Foggy, you remember? Counterattack play against expansion kill into main attack.
Oh, he's feeding the Demon Hunter and the Naga a lot with the workers here. Bear's trying to wreck this castle. Yumi, what are you going to do? I would love to see Flame Strike now. Or Blizzard, just for more damage.
Alright, cool. This is all out base race now, ladies and gents. Oh, those bears. You don't want to lose those bears. One of them seems to be getting away.
One sorceress to slow down a couple of units. That was nice. And the castle is down. Yumiko has no income anymore. Moon had 2 bases, but for how long? There is a...
And Moon, really important.
No TP on Moon.
But he can make new buildings. And he chased down all of the peasants. This was really important by Moon. The Naga and the Dryad killed all peasants. There's not a single one left. There can be no new buildings for Yumi.
There is. Does he know about this bottom right expansion? If not, that's so risky. He doesn't have the speed to go down. Like, Yumi has to realize that he's losing this, but he's not. Only a couple of buildings left. But Moon has so many wisps and a Zeppelin. This should be his to take.
Yumiko has to come back to his main soon.
Yeah, but there's no way, right? I mean, can go to a shop. Naga is super close, but he has no gold for TP.
He can't TP. Main building's gone.
Ah, yeah, of course.
But he has to run, Yumiko. You're
Yumi is killing the apparently last building. Okay, sees it here. He's splitting a lot of forces. One building left for Moon. And he knows where it is, apparently. In the main base, there's a couple of stuff left. Yumi, this could be his. Moon, what can he build still?
There's a new Moonwell, though, at the lab. And there's another Wisp close to the fountain on the left-hand side. So Moon can go for more buildings.
Ooh, Yumi, are you in time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings left for Yumiko. This tree is falling as well, but he doesn't... Oh, he sees... Maybe saw the Moonwell. There was a flying machine. Close.
Yeah, the Wisps win this game. The Wisps survived, the Peasants didn't. And Yumiko, this is the last buildings. And Moon realized this. Yumi's just been revealed. He sees this the last 3 buildings, last 2 buildings, and now only a single farm left. This must be it.
And that's about it. Yeah, the bears take them out. It doesn't matter what happens in the fight here. This is Moon tying up the series. We go full distance. No GG. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I think he just thought he had more time, like Yumiko. I don't think that was BM or whatever.
Yeah, maybe he was fighting at the same time. Cool, all-out base race on CH. This becomes more and more of a thing. And Moon is just a god at that.
Yeah. And Moon finds a way. He finds perhaps the one weakness of Yumi. So stubborn to refuse counter expo.
Yeah.
Yumiko could have done it. There was no reason why he couldn't have. He absolutely could. But didn't. And Moon playing around it really, really well.
I mean, it's always tough to keep expansions up against Bears, Demon Hunter, Roar. But you have mortars. You kill stuff a lot faster than your opponent usually. So you can go then into the base trades. But every time when you trade main base versus expansion, you lose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, what? The last map is not Northern Isles as I thought. It's Terranas Stand.
Huh. So Moon vetoes Northern Isles instead. That's interesting. Okay. Terranas, a great human map normally, but also a great warden map.
Yes.
And Moon has been playing that a little bit lately.
Yeah, not as good as Lawliot. Not as good as Foggy in his best days, I think. But still, very good. I wouldn't be too surprised to not see a warden, though.
I'm really expecting a warden here, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
if he doesn't go,
meta. Like,
if he doesn't go warden, he's gonna go demon, right?
yes.
Because keeper just doesn't seem to be the play anymore.
Or since it's Moon, I don't know.
It could be a tavern hero as well, though. Yeah, right.
Dark Ranger or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe the good old Beastmaster. Hopefully not.
I haven't seen him in forever. As a first hero. Even as a second hero, pretty rare.
Yeah. One of the few heroes which wasn't patched at all, but still completely fell out of the meta.
True that. Alright, I updated everything. Yumiko is still watching the game. Moon most likely as well. None of the players is in.
Pretty long best of 5 here. Nice to have again, of course, in this matchup. Night Elf versus Human usually tends to go later. Yeah. But we had like no 2 base versus 2 base games at all, which
True.
Was normally the way this match looked.
4:15 already? What the fuck? Okay,
Yeah.
we
I mean, we started 1.5 hours later, right?
Yeah, but that's usually the time for one best of 3, so the second best of 3 would have started at the same time as now.
It's best of 5, though.
Yeah, I mean best of 5. You know what I mean. Gotta tell these W League guys that we will start after the WGL qualifier. Games will start after WGL.
All right, the players are in the lobby, and we're about to be ready here to start our deciding map. It looked so good for Yumiko, man. Looking so strong in the first few games, taking the 2-1 lead. Is this in the long series where once again the champion prevails? We see this quite a bit, where the upstart starts struggling the longer this goes.
Are we ready? Finally. Moon is in the room. Yumi is in the room. Not ready yet, though.
It is a pretty important match, of course. Both go to the pro qualifier regardless here, but it is more points and it is more prize money as well.
Yeah. 1 more point guaranteed, chance to boost it up to 2 more points, 5 max. And the winner gets... Oh, I have to do the times... what is it? Around like $280 or so? I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like this, something like that. You know.
You know.
You know. Good old Chadwin. I miss him. A little.
He was a character. In the pro qualifier, by the way, tomorrow we're going to be continuing with the top 4 there. Where we have 3 big household names, Lin120, Infi, and somehow Soin made it in.
Yeah.
And
like
I would love to see him win that thing, dude.
3 gods and Soin. This is going to be cool. He's in tip-top shape.
Yeah, that was really impressive. 2-0ing Chimiko, 2-0ing Sok. And also before that.
Okay, Yumi is ready. Moon as well. Let's go. Let's decide the semifinal of WGL Open Qualifier in August. Once again, these are your players. One of them will go into the grand final against Angshi, who has defeated Huck 3-2. It doesn't matter who wins. He will be the favorite, right? Against Angshi.
Yeah. Yumiko not by much, I would say, before today's performance. But yeah.
Got it. Yumiko in the red. Spawning in the upper left of Terranas stand. And now I'm really curious. Like, is it still an Archmage? It was 4 Archmages. It could be a Mountain King. If he expects a Warden. But if it's a Demon Hunter, then that Mountain King gets hard countered a lot. So it is a rock, paper, scissor system we have here.
So it's all about reads now. What are you expecting? If Yumiko firmly believes it's no Demon Hunter first from the opponent, MK is basically always the better choice. But if you're wrong and it is the Demon, then things become very annoying. For Moon, the Demon Hunter is always reliable, always decent, but never insanely amazing before level 4. Keeper can be really good at all stages, Warden can be a game winner, but they are not as reliable.
MK, it is. Warden, it is. No super hard counter, but the mind games go towards Yumiko. So now, of course, the question, how well can Moon play and level the Warden? What item will there be? We have seen a big mana dropping here, and the game was over in 6 minutes. If you play that well. Same can be happening for the Mountain King, of course, if he finds a big mana here at the Mercenary camps. Mercenaries will be a big thing of this game, I guess.
Yeah,
on both
absolutely.
sides.
Especially the MK needs the Shadow Priest for healing early on. He's going to be tanking a lot of these camps. That's, of course, the big downside of playing MK over AM. You don't have the Water Elemental summons to tank for you. So it's going to be all landing on Militia footies and MK. So he needs a bit of healing. That's why this map is good for Mountain King. You get easy access to mercenaries, it's an easy camp to creep, and the expansion is also easy, and that all lines up nicely with level 3, which is where the MK starts becoming very powerful. But all that is also true for the Warden, which is going to make use of the same kind of advantages.
I was thinking the same, like this expansion is most likely the easiest in all of competitive Warcraft. Will he still refuse to play it when it broke his neck just a couple of minutes ago?
I think with the MK he's going to change it now. I think he's going to go for the expansion. Slight mistake here by Moon early, by the way. Denies one of the creeps with the Ancient of War. That hurt. So now he has to take a little bit longer to get level 2, but he does get level 2. One of Mass Healing is pretty nice. Gauntlets, I guess, makes her more tanky.
A player's forces
but no big mana here for either, so not the massive drop.
Yeah. Still no one teching. Warden goes into the middle, claiming that one. And Mountain King is pretty much the same. Waiting for resources. He invests into a tower. A little scared of harasses or so. So Warden is of course faster, as she oftentimes is. But Mountain King is left alone. And there's first blood.
Alright, here we go. Expansion creep now by Yuumi. And what's Moon doing? Not being aggressive against it at all. Just going for his own creep camp.
I think he's going Zeppelin rather fast, so he's creeping this up, opening the laboratory, and annoy the F out of Yumiko with his Zeppelin drops while expanding and buying time. But Yumiko, his scouting was a little lackluster in a couple of games, but here he finds the X.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great scout. If he staffs onto that with the MK, just the 2 units can cancel it, actually. That would leave the expansion exposed, though, without the Mountain King. Is Yuumi willing to do this? He doesn't know where the opposing army is. So now he's going to camp around here and play it safe, as it seems.
Devotion for
player's forces are under attack.
Once again, good aura. Yeah, laboratory is opened. Tech is 40% done. Yumiko is still not teching, still no gold mine. Oh, no second gold mine. Mountain King level 3. Gonna be some good damage on the second heroes. Warden not level 3. Still suffering from this one deny.
But finally some 2 base versus 2 base. I like that we're getting to see this now. Could be a nice, long, drawn-out macro game to delay W League even more.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a late start. I hope these guys have the time. But I guess, Duro, are you watching? Please take care of that.
Footies now moving south for Yumiko. Where's the MK? Still at the expansion, ready with the staff to join the Footies. As
the entire army is here. We want to creep jack with this. There's fan.
Oh, that's a good timing. That's a really nice timing.
Wanted mana stealing. There's only 1 more at the moment. Is he going for the Warden immediately? Reveal used. And TP out while this expo is not even up yet. This is a lot of free damage. Yumiko, while building this expo, no way for Moon to be the aggressor at the moment.
Where are the wisps?
Is it enough though? Yeah, wisps are coming. Shredder as well. Lots of wisps actually.
Fair knives again. And yeah, seems like everything is dropping too low here for Yuumi.
Okay, but that bought the time for him. Tech now as well. Shop coming up. Would kind of love to see double barracks actually. Tier 2 is done for Moon, and he's going Lores once more. Question now, second hero or nay?
A town is under siege.
He's still not mining from 2 gold mines.
Yumiko has been opting for push strategies basically every single game. If this was another human, if this was TH or Infi, I could definitely see a transition to 3 base. 3 base, tier 3, triple hero, all that good jazz. But Yuumi may very well go for a tier 2 timing instead. Tier 2 is still far away. He's trying to delay this Night of Expansion as much as he can. And coming in again. Not committing though.
No, one mana sting is on off cooldown. Could be used for a lot of fan of knives, but It doesn't matter if Yumiko does a lot of damage here or not. What he is buying time. The Warden is forced him to blink.
Oh!
No, Shadow
He's
Strike!
dead!
Oh no, there's no TP, Moon! What was this? Did he have Shadow Strike before? I'm not too sure. Or it was a misclick. Gets one kill here, but... Oh my god, Yumiko is getting so much more. The micro is good. Real good. The saves. The kills.
Oh my god.
And the resources that Moon has to use for this repair.
Oh. Yeah, I thought for sure with his positioning that he had Blink. But he didn't.
I didn't look when he skilled.
Yeah, that's a massive mistake though. That's a mistake that cost you games.
Once again, guys, we don't have the same overlay as you. We pretty much have the pure Warcraft experience. Didn't see that here, but the expansion is down. Boy. Mass mercs for Yumi as well. GG, it's over! Moon is not winning the open qualifier in August, but is killed by a returning Yumiko. What a series, what a result, what an upset.
Really impressive. Made it close there towards the end, but Yumiko getting through. And Moon struggling a little bit. Like, it seemed like he was not unfair, but unsure what the correct strategy was, oftentimes. And also, execution sometimes being lackluster. Like, that Warden usage, that cannot be excused. Like, you can't be standing there if you don't have Blink.
Yeah. That's. I'm still not sure if it was a misclick or not. Then I can excuse it. But that's about it. So, we got our grand final, and it's Yumiko versus Angshi. Who would have thought Hug versus Moon will not be played? There's no game for third. Here we go straight into the grand final. Congrats to both of them. Both players have 4 points guaranteed. And how much money? Like $150. But you can boost that to almost up to 305 points. And for both of them, they are catching up to the big boys. Angshi at 7 points, Yumiko at 4 points. They need a big jump, and they would get that with a tournament win right here. Hug and Moon, both 3 points. Doesn't help Moon too much. For Hug, it's okay. I guess it's better than his last result, so congrats to that. And they will all be playing in the Open Qualifier. We take a little break, and then it's time to conclude the Open Qualifier with Angshi versus Yumiko. Stay tuned.